In 1941, the British Empire still stretched across the globe. From India to Africa, from the Middle East to the Far East, nearly a quarter of humanity lived under the Union Jack. Britain had survived Napoleon. Britain had survived the Kaiser. And now, in the darkest hours of World War II, Britain fought once again for survival. But while bombs fell on London and U-boats hunted the Atlantic, a quieter struggle was already underway. Not fought with armies, but with dollars, diplomacy, and decisions made in Washington. By 1941, Britain was exhausted. America had not yet entered the war, but it held something Britain desperately needed: industrial power and money. Roosevelt understood a simple truth: whoever financed the war would shape the peace. In March 1941, the United States unveiled Lend-Lease. Officially, it was aid to defend democracy. Unofficially, it was an economic takeover. American factories flooded Britain with ships, tanks, aircraft, and food. It paid with concession. British overseas assets were open to American companies. Imperial trade protections weakened. It was becoming a debtor to Washington. August 1941, Roosevelt and Churchill met aboard warships in the Atlantic. Churchill later admitted he had not intended it to apply to the British Empire. Roosevelt disagreed. To Washington, colonial empires were outdated and dangerous. Its cities were bombed, its industries worn out, its empire restless. India was boiling with nationalism. The Middle East demanded independence. Africa watched and waited. Britain turned again to the United States for help. What it received instead was the 1946 Anglo-American loan. $3.75 billion on one condition: Britain must abandon imperial trade controls and make the pound convertible. The result was catastrophic. Within weeks, Britain's financial reserves collapsed. The rules of the world economy now belonged to America. 1947 became the year everything fell apart. Britain withdrew from India, In Palestine, Britain walked away, handing the problem to the United Nations dominated by U.S. influence. In Greece and Turkey, Britain admitted it could no longer hold the line against communism. The United States stepped in with the Truman Doctrine, replacing Britain as the global power broker. The empire was not conquered, it was replaced. The United States did not take colonies. It took something far more powerful. Where Britain once ruled with governors and flags, America ruled with markets and alliances. NATO replaced imperial defense. The World Bank replaced colonial finance. Hollywood replaced imperial culture. This was empire without the name. Between 1941 and 1947, the British Empire did not collapse in battle. It collapsed at conference table. In economic realities, it could no longer escape. The United States did not destroy Britain. It outgrew it. And in doing so, it ended 5 centuries of British global dominance and began the American Age. The other great game was over.